The Friday Morning Rant contains adult humor, adult themes, adult language, satire humor. So pretty much anything that isn't politically correct will be on this show. So if you can't handle that, then piss off, Jack. You have the wrong podcast. It is the Friday Morning Rant with Shane Halfyard. It is Friday, October 25th, 2019, in case you give a shit. So, what's been going on in my week? Well, I'm on a 2 weeks vacation. I'm just ending the first week right now. And I'm so bored. The thing is, I'm so bored because I'm actually used to spending 99% of my time with my kids and family. So I'm home all day on my own with nothing to do, right? Or I was. Or I should have been, but I wasn't, okay? Here's what happened. Monday, I had the whole house to myself pretty much, because my son and roommate, they work the night shift, so they're sleeping during the day. And, actually, my son's on vacation, but I think he's keeping his routine the same, so he stays up all night and sleeps during the day. So, Cassandra, my youngest daughter, was telling me how much she's excited that I'm going to be home for the next couple of weeks, for 2 weeks. So she's going to hang out with me every day after school, all that fun stuff. I thought, oh, great. I get to hang out with her, get to spend time with her, blah, blah, blah. Well, every night after school, she's with her brother almost all the time, all night. And I'm thinking to myself, well, holy shit, what the hell, man? We were supposed to hang out. Right? Because what my little one doesn't realize and can't possibly realize is that I have spent my whole life hanging out with her. And therefore, I cannot possibly do anything on my own. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with myself. It's a sad, sad thought, but it's true. I have no freaking clue what to do on my own. I mean, I was just like, it just boggles the mind how I have no idea what to do. No clue. And she's all hanging out with her brother, not with me, and all that stuff. And I'm just like, well, what about me? I mean, we had plans. Now, don't get me wrong. I am very happy that she loves her brother and gets along with her brother. I'm just bored. That's all that is. So here I am, bored off my nut. And I wanted to take this time to do as much writing as I possibly could do. I figured this would be the perfect opportunity to do that. Unfortunately, my daughter got sent home early one day. And she got sent home early due to the fact that there was low, poor air quality control at the school. So I did not get to do anything on my own on Tuesday. Because she was hanging out with me or her brother or whatever, and that's what happened. I mean, life's a bitch, and then that happens. So, it's all you deal with it. So that was fine, And then my wife, though, she has Tuesday, or what'd she have? She had Wednesday, Thursday, and today off, right? So, and I can't go, oh, well, that sucks, So she has those days off. So I can't go around writing with her around. I just can't do it. I was hoping to get my book of short stories to be finished soon. Some people are suggesting that I go straight to Amazon and work with them and see if I can work with them. Like getting published that way. And the idea is neat, but I'm still one of those people that I honestly believe I would like to try to go through a publisher. I don't know. I always grew up wanting to publish a big publishing company to publish my shit. You know what I mean? It's kind of a weird thing, but that's just how I feel about it. So I think that's the route I'm going to go. But if I know a publisher will look at it, then I will, of course, go the other route, which is to become self-published. But I would really love it if I could become published through like, Doubleday or Penguin or whatever. It would be awesome. But we'll see. We'll see how it works. But I couldn't get any writing done this week, and that's a shame, because I really wanted to get some done. Next week, though, might be different, and fingers crossed. I will say, though, I did spend a lot more time with my wife, and I did enjoy that. We went to a couple of restaurants, we went through a couple of stores, we just sat around and hung out. Normal family, lovey-dovey stuff. And I liked it. I was glad to do it. It was, it was something that we enjoyed. Excuse me, I'm rustling some papers here, sorry. I'm just dropping everything. So that part was good. That part was the awesome part. But, again, I have no idea what to do with myself because my daughter is generally the one I hang out with, generally the one I do stuff with, and she just ditched me. Just like that. Well, that's all right. She and I will probably hang out a bit more during the weekend. So, anywho, that's about that on that aspect. Last week, I talked about racism. Well, not racism, transphobia, racism. I don't know. I think it's more transphobia than racism. Well, this fellow was explaining himself how he didn't want to hang out with anybody in the trans community outside of work. These young trans women kept inviting him to go to hang out, get a drink together, coffee, whatever. And he didn't have any illusions that this woman was attracted to him in a sexual way. He was 61 and she was 27. She most likely saw him as a grandfatherly figure and wanted to spend time with him and enjoy his company. And he made it clear that he did not want to do that. He wasn't comfortable hanging around someone who's trans, and that he wanted to be left alone. And then he got called in the HR and the whole spiel. If you want to know the rest, just listen to last week's podcast. So I started thinking about that, and I noticed that racism is all over the place, especially racism. And it comes out in subtle ways. People that you know for years, you find out that they have some ties in form of racism. For example, I can name 3 people that I know, they're friends of ours, they're in the Filipino community, that are racist, but they honestly don't think they're racist. Okay? There's one lady, she was at our house, and she was talking about her experiences working in Hong Kong. And she was talking about how, that the Chinese women there look down, or the Chinese, not just the women, but the Chinese look down upon all Filipinos. And that they think they're better than Filipinos, and they're very stuck up, and all that stuff. And then she said, and that is why Filipinos are better. And she said it with a straight face too. That's why Filipinos are better. And I'm like, really? Are you sure? And when I pointed that out to her, she just said, no, I'm just stating a fact. Well, couldn't those same people be saying they're stating a fact if they say they're better than Filipinos? No, that's they're racist. And I'm like, oh my God. And then one year we were watching the multicultural community perform. And, they had people from China, Philippines, Korea, Russia doing dances and little skits and all that beautiful stuff that promote their culture, right? And it was nice. And I saw these beautiful Korean girls dancing on stage. I was, man, they're gorgeous. And this Filipina says to me, yeah, but they're dirty people. What do you mean they're dirty people? They don't wash their hair. Well, I dated a couple of Korean girls and they wash their hair. Yeah, because they're dating you, but really they're just dirty people. Really? Yeah. Really? Yeah. I'm like, okay. So, why do you feel this way? Well, I used to live there. I lived in Korea for a couple of years. So I know. Okay. And I let that one go. I didn't bother arguing with her because I knew there was no point. Dead, mad, bleed. I'll tell you that story in a minute. So, then this third one just happened recently. I made a comment. My wife was picking me. So, you know what? It's the next girl I'm going to get is Japanese. They'll treat me right. You know, and I'm teasing my wife. My wife knows I'm playing. You know, it's just our way of getting along. Right? Well, then this Filipina goes, good luck. Why good luck? They only want men with money. Japanese girls only want men with money. Why would you say that? Because I've been to Japan. I lived there for a while. And I know. In fact, an older Japanese woman told me. Really? And then I tried to convince her. I said, you never met every single Japanese girl. You haven't talked to every single Japanese girl. You haven't gotten their opinion. You do not know enough about the cultures to just say that's a broad statement like that. It doesn't work that way. And no matter what argument I tried to say to her, she was right, I was wrong, and it didn't matter. And that's the type of person she is. No matter what you say, it doesn't matter. You could have, 50 pounds worth of evidence in front of her, and she'd be like, no, you're wrong. And that's just the way she is. But, I'm like, all right, I gave up. There's no point. But what I noticed was the common pattern of these three women was that because they lived in that area to which they're speaking of, that they felt that they were some sort of expert. Okay? And I started noticing, I have friends that would go to like the Philippines or Thailand and stuff, and then they act like they're this expert on the culture. You're not! Okay? Here's a little thing for you, alright? Every single one of you are now in Canada. With me. Alright? And I've been in Canada for 42 years. And I'm not an expert on Canadian culture. Okay? Not even close. I couldn't even consider knowledgeable of local Canadian culture. And it's because the culture is ever changing, ever growing. Right? And Canada is fucking huge. Right? I think it's the second largest country in the world. It is fucking huge. I can't be an expert in Canadian culture. Might give you an expert in my province. And even then, I wouldn't even be called an expert because there are parts of my province I haven't even been to. Right? So yeah, you're saying because you lived in China or Japan or Korea for a little while as a domestic worker that you are an expert in that culture, that you know what every single woman there wants, or you know how every single woman behaves, or you know that they all put down Filipinos? No, you're not. You're being fucking ridiculous. And these are smart people too, folks. You might think, oh, they're stupid. No, these are actually reasonably intelligent people. But they think because they're there in one area for a short amount of time that they're an expert and that they know. Because they're lying to themselves that they know. People like to feel comfortable. They like to label things. Right? Do you know why people say something is stupid 99% of the time? It's because they don't understand it. If they don't understand something, they can say that it's stupid and therefore it's labeled. They can file it away under something and they're comfortable. Now, if someone says it's stupid and then they give a reason, right? Like I had a student, if he didn't like something, he'd say, oh, it's stupid. And I said, well, why is that stupid? And he would say, well, I don't have to tell you why it's stupid. Well, no, you don't technically have to, but if you want me to take your opinion seriously, you might want to. Well, it's just stupid. How the fuck is this? And he got all riled up, right? Because he isn't a bright guy. He thinks he's super, super smart. And he isn't. And it's nothing he can help. He had ADHD, ADD, and a couple other disabilities that although he may be smart, well, I shouldn't say he's not smart. That's not the right way. He wasn't smart enough to explain why he didn't like something, right? Like he could not like something. He could grasp math. He could grasp science. He could grasp those things, and he was smart in that way. But he wasn't smart in a way where he could explain why he didn't like it, or not explain why he didn't like it. Okay. So, and I was trying to teach him how, but he of course took it as I was picking on him. And I said to him, I said, look, if you want people to take your opinion seriously, you have to say why you feel something is stupid. And he was studying to be an artist. And I said, okay, if someone said that your art was stupid, would you give them any thought? And he goes, no, because that's just your opinion. I said, well, what if they said, I didn't like your art because I felt your use of hard lines, like you use hard lines too much. You could start using softer lines and it would make your art a lot better. Would you then maybe listen to them? Well, yeah. I said, he goes, yeah, maybe. I said, and there's the difference. That's why you have to learn to express yourself. But of course, I was picking on him and he couldn't handle it. You know, he's like, no, you're just trying to make me feel bad. No, son, I'm trying to teach you how to talk so that others will listen. Because the thing is, he was actually quite clever. It took him a little while longer to get there, but once he got there and had it, he had it. I had another student like that. He thought he was dumb as a post. And I would say, no, man, you just weren't taught these things. Right? And I was trying to get him to learn, but of course he said I was picking on him. Right? Because it was easier to say that I am bullying him, for those two people to say I'm bullying him, than for those two to say, you know what, he might be right, and maybe I should look into this. Right? It's just how people are. They can't help it. I know, because I was that way. Being legally blind, I couldn't read until almost grade 10. And I thought anybody who was trying to help me was trying to make me feel stupid. So I understand where they're coming from. Right? I do. And it's like I said, these women who are reasonably smart don't understand the whole culture. So to understand it, they put it all into one thing. And then they made themselves feel better by saying that they're either racist or they're dirty or they're gold diggers. Right? Which is hilarious because, you know, these three women, especially one of them when they're saying that the Japanese girls are gold diggers, she comes from a culture where everyone thinks all the Filipinas are gold diggers. And they're not. She certainly isn't a gold digger. I know who she's dating. He's not rich. My wife certainly isn't a gold digger. A couple other women that are that I talked about there weren't gold diggers, except for the first one. She's kind of a gold digger, but she admits it. So, you know, and you know, because there are gold diggers in every single society. And that's why you can't say all Filipinas are gold diggers. That's wrong. You know, and that's what I was trying to tell her. You know, like you do realize your culture has its own stereotype, right? And people think that, and they strongly think that. So, and again, like I said, she's one of those people though, no matter what you say, you're wrong. So I just gave up, right? There was literally no point. I just stopped talking about it and changed the subject. Because it isn't going to help. But then that got me thinking about other stereotypes. And I, being legally blind, I got asked some really stupid questions, right? And I got the top 5 dumb questions I have been asked since I'm legally blind, or almost blind, okay? Number 5. How many fingers am I holding up? All my life I got asked that one. All the way up until the start of university, end of high school, some random guy who thought he was the first one doing it did that. And eventually I just started giving them the finger. This many, you know. All right. Can you ever drive a car? No, I'm legally blind. It means I'm not legally allowed to drive any instruments. But I, of course, have to keep telling them no. And sometimes that was a legitimate question, and sometimes that was just some guy being, you know, a jackass. Number 3. Can you see my face? No, not really. For me to see your face properly, I have to get so close that we may as well be making out. Or you'll call the cops and have a Canadian peace order put on me. For you Americans, that's a restraining order. Alright. Can I try on your glasses? No! Stop asking people that. Glasses are fucking expensive. They're not toys. Stay off them. Now this one has only been asked to me one time by a woman when I was in university. I don't even know how she got into university because she definitely wasn't all that bright, but she had a great rack, so therefore she was pretty, therefore her opinion mattered to me. What she had to say mattered to me. Eleanor, my eldest daughter, hates it when I say stuff like that. But anyway, no. So this question was, can you still have sex? Keep in mind, I'm legally blind, folks. I am not crippled. I wasn't in any accident that like lopped off my penis. She just asked, can you still have sex? At the time, I was like, yes. Just out of curiosity, how do you have sex? Maybe you and I should get together. You can show me how you have sex, because maybe you're doing it wrong. She never took me up on that. She got mad at me. It was a legitimate question. No, it's not. It's a stupid fucking question. Oh, God. Well, it is time, right, for the monthly winners to be drawn. I had a whopping 2 people send me questions, comments, show ideas, blah, blah, blah. I've had the M&M girl and Bubba. Last week was Bubba. I'm not going to bother putting 2 names in a hat and trying to draw out the names. I am got a quarter here. Heads, it's Bubba. Tails, it's the M&M girl. Okay? So, I'm just going to do this. And it is... That's Bubba. So, Bubba, you and I are going to have to talk. It is, oh, geez, I'll have to send you an email. Bubba, I'll be emailing you soon to find out what gift card you want. You know what, though? I mean, Bubba, if you just want an e-transfer of $25, I'll just do that, too. You don't necessarily have to have a gift card. You won. MM Girl, don't feel bad. You're in the draw for the $100 gift card at the end of the year. And, in fact, so is Bubba. Everybody that I read on is in the draw for the gift card. We will have one more $25 gift card drawing for November. So enter as often as you like. How do you enter? You say all you have to do is leave a comment down below. Either ask a question or call me a fucktard, right? But the other part is you got to also be a subscriber and let me know you're a subscriber. Keep in mind, I only got 11 subscribers, and I pretty much now know who they are because a lot of them told me. So, you subscribe, then you leave your comment down below, or send me an email at shanehalfyard@hotmail.com. If I read your stuff on the air, you will be automatically put in for the $25 gift card, and at the end of the year, the $100 gift card of your choice. And that is everything. I have nothing else to say. It's been kind of a all over the place podcast because I didn't know what to do. I had no suggestions. Nothing going on. So anyway, until next week, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye for now.